check out some of the other stuff on the channel as well. This is my interview with Kid Guppy. Comment something nice for him down there, or comment something mean if you don't fuck with his memes. That's cool as well. He will probably watch this interview, so make sure you comment something cool. I want to incorporate a few more interviews on this channel because I believe there are a lot of interesting stories that our scene has that should be shared with the world. Thanks so much and enjoy. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Special guest in the building all the way from Seattle, Washington, notkidguppy. If you're not fucking with notkidguppy, you can gup on these nuts. Welcome.
Pleasure. Cool. It's a pleasure.
All right. Let's just dive straight into it. So I'm curious to know, because maybe a lot of people who follow your page maybe don't know that you break. I'm not too sure. So if you want to fill us in, how did you get started in breaking? What were sort of like your first engagements with breaking?
Yeah, so I guess like there's a quite a percentage of people that aren't aware that I'm also a breaker or just battle in general.
Sure.
But yeah, when I first started, I was very influenced by just a movie, which is very cliche because I feel like that's like been like a very common thing.
Yeah, that's like a Gen Z thing for sure.
Yeah,
What
like
movie, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
like I heard personally, I always heard a lot of breakers fall in love because of what was it wasn't Step Up, it was before Step Up. It was, for me it was Step Up 3. That's why I mentioned Step Up. But for other people, it was a movie like a couple years way earlier. I forgot the movie what it was called, but it's like, you know what I'm talking. I forget.
There's like a bunch of movies, right, that sort of had that influence.
There's like
Beat
a very
Street
notorious Beat Street. Yeah, Beat
obviously
Street,
whatever came after Beat Street. Is it called maybe Kicking It Old School? Or is that something else?
God, bro, I think it might be it might be something else, bro.
All right, word.
If you just
Step Up 3?
If you just search, Step Up 3. It was 2010 to be precise. It came out in 2010.
Tell me about it.
I wasn't a dancer at the time. I was literally 10 years old. I was born in 99. So at the time I was 10. But my dad was actually like into like hip hop, I guess, like more of the old school. He was introducing me to like Michael Jackson at the time, and like we just recently got a computer, so he was just showing me like on YouTube Vanilla Ice, and then you know, he would just tell me about the times when he would like run and do a backflip off the wall, and I'm like, oh, that's sick.
That's mad.
And this was years before that actually the movie happened. Fast forward to when the movie comes out, he invites me to go watch Step Up 3 with him.
Cute.
But instead of that, I end up going with my mom to watch another movie that was nothing related to dancing. It was just like a really sad movie.
Oh, damn.
That movie ended up finishing before Step Up did. So what me and my mom ended up doing was try to find my dad.
All right.
And as soon as I go into my dad's theater, that's when the final battle is taking place. So I'm just like, I walk in and I'm looking at like the final scene of the movie, and I'm like, dang, like I have enough time to watch it. So I sneak in. I sneak in and try to find my dad, and I end up watching it. And like when the movie ends, all I tell my dad is, we need to go watch this. Like I need to see this.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, long story short, we end up watching that movie like 5 times.
No way.
In the theater. Yeah, 5 separate times.
Dude, what were your favorite scenes?
Like my favorite scenes was the first scene. Like
Moose at school, and he like smoked.
Moose and Cloud. At the time, I didn't know Cloud. I just knew him by Kid Darkness. But like, man, just the characters, just like the characters, like just talking about that movie because I personally like know a lot of the actors or like breakers that were in that movie now. So it's like mind-boggling. Just thinking about like when I first saw the movie, I'm like, I had no idea that I would eventually meet some of those like people. Like Flea Rock and then but like it was very crazy to me. It was like a very influential movie, but like I said, back to like favorite parts of the movie was definitely the park scene.
Mad.
I would have to say just like more of the breaking parts, but like
you're not fucking with the water scene, like the
no, definitely
battle.
That's
Crazy.
I kind of like the second one, because the second one was
Mm-hmm.
they had a water scene too in the final battle, Step Up 2, but like
Oh,
Step
okay.
Up 3, I guess. Yeah, Step
Yep,
Up 3
yep.
for sure.
Mad. Okay, true. So how did we transition from sort of like watching it in movies to watching it and participating it in real life?
And that was like probably a very like weird transition, because like I was kind of insecure, because like
Okay. I
it's
mean, you're a
it's hard
kid.
to yeah, it's hard to explain though,
Mm.
when like how kind of like you get into it naturally,
Mm-mm.
because like I didn't per se have a struggle with like embracing dancing. It's more like
Mm.
I didn't know I could dance. Like
Yep.
the funny thing about like how I got into just like started dancing like in real life
Mm.
was like I got into middle school
Sure.
recently at the time, and there was a school dance,
Mm-mm.
and I ended up going to the school dance, and they were playing some like good music. So
Nice.
that was literally like the first time I like started just like doing like trying to copy whatever I saw from the movie itself.
Mm-mm.
Had no training, had
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't do anything. And then I swear to you, a circle pops out of nowhere, just like a
Damn.
cipher,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Yep.
damn, like bro, like, like I swear to you, I didn't dance prior to this. I had no like training, anything. So it was like shocking. I'm like, should I stop? Should I not stop? I had no idea
Okay.
what I was doing. I was
Yep.
just like, I wasn't breaking. I was actually like copying Moose at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, when I started dancing initially, I was more into popping, but I would
True.
do some breaking moves,
Yep.
and that slowly introduced me to the open all styles
Yep.
community first,
Oh,
which
okay.
is
True.
which is funny.
Cool, cool.
I got into that before breaking.
Mad.
Um, but when I started dancing, I
Yep.
was pretty much like a all style dancer,
Yeah, okay.
as you would call it.
So were there other people at your middle school who were like dancing as well? Yeah.
Yes. Like fortunately, I still know them to this day, and they're still actively
Oh,
breaking,
mad.
so it's really
Wow.
nice. But it was, I believe at the time it was only one. It was only one
Mm-hmm.
person.
Okay.
It was another breaker that was a year older than me.
Yep.
Um, but then me and him didn't get close
Mm-hmm.
until high school,
Okay.
which is
Yep.
yeah.
Cool.
But for the most, yeah, it was just him.
When did you start going to like open practice sessions, and when were your first sort of like battles and seeing like the larger scene?
So practice sessions happened years before I started competing.
Yep.
It happened at the same time in middle school. There was a community center nearby for
Mm-hmm.
us, and they had like an open late night um, open thing where you can pretty much take like your kids to hang out like nighttime until like near midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like activities, like they had dodgeball, basketball, they
Oh,
had
okay.
video
Yep.
games. It was basically like just like
Like a youth center.
a youth center pretty
Yep.
much.
Okay, for sure.
And I went to it for the first time, and then I was walking around, and I walked near the dance studios, because
Mm-hmm.
they had like multiple. They had at the time they had like a hip hop class,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like a bunch of high schoolers that were just like popping, and then they were like
Mm-hmm.
freestyling. And then on the other side, like on the other side of the hallway,
Mm.
it was like the breakers.
True,
So
true.
I was like, dang,
Like, that's way cooler.
like, yeah, like I was just like, dang, what is this? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because this was my first introduction to, I guess, other
Mm.
dancers besides like me,
Yep.
and I was shitting bricks. I was like super nervous. I
Damn.
was
Yep.
like,
Yep.
I didn't even want to go in, because I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I felt
Yep.
like an outsider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know anybody. The only
Yep.
person I knew was the kid that went to my middle school, because that was his crew.
Oh,
So
damn. Lucky.
his crew were the guys that would appear at the community center and practice.
Mm.
They were pretty much known there. They would perform for them
Oh, okay. Yep.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Man, everyone's first session is probably shitting bricks.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
True.
like, yeah. I always compare it to kind of like, I mean, like, kind of like when you're learning how to skate, and you go to like an open session,
Mm-hmm.
and like you see
In the
everybody
park.
freaking pulling
Yeah.
tricks. I'm like, bro, I can't even ollie it. Like, I'd say
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
True. Interesting.
Um, yeah.
Who back then was like killing it, and sort of like who were you always? Did you have anyone that you sort of looked up to back then and really like inspired you in the local scene? In Because this
I'd
is all in
say
Seattle, right?
yeah,
Yep.
this
Okay.
is all in Seattle. At the time,
Hmm.
this was before I started to know the actual scene. So this was more
Hmm.
like local. Like these guys happened to be living in the same area
Hmm.
of
Hmm.
Seattle or like Washington, where
Okay.
our
Yep.
state. But this was, I'd say, the story where I'm telling you now about
Hmm.
the session. This is taking place like 3 or 4 years before I initially
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
start like knowing the community. But
Yeah. Yep.
my first, I would say like my first influences and like
Hmm.
inspirations, breakers would have to be Cloud, just because after the movie
Yep.
itself, like I ended up searching
Did your
um
research?
did my research,
Nice.
started seeing I think the first YouTube battles that I saw was actually Cloud versus Lilu,
Hmm.
and then it
Yep.
was Cloud versus Nagin, Red Bull
Yep.
2009. And then after that, what was it? After that, I started looking at more local breakers. Again, I
Mm.
wasn't primarily like in the community yet, but I
Yep. Yep.
did know. I happened to know like up and comers that not
Oh,
just
cool.
from Seattle, but like Lil Demon, for example.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, he was popping off like everywhere on YouTube.
Cool.
But then
Cool.
there was also he had a rival from Seattle, and like he's not an active b-boy anymore, but
Oh,
he
okay.
was
Who
he
was he?
was like an newcomer. Jalen, b-boy J Styles,
J
Jalen
Styles. All right.
Testerman.
Cool. Some history.
They have a very notorious. I kind of made a meme of it too.
Oh, no way.
It was the freestyle set. They battled here, I believe, in Seattle. It was a freestyle session exhibition between Lil Demon and Jalen. So
Mm-hmm.
it's on YouTube if you want to see it.
Oh
But
shit. Yeah.
um, they were like rivals. But
Okay.
I'd have to say Jalen was an inspiration. Never got to
Mad.
really
Yep.
like chat with him or like connect, but like
Mm-hmm.
because I kind of got into the scene when he kind of started like kind of wasn't as active,
Mm.
but he was I'd have to say like he was one of the first like younger cats that I looked up to, which
Mm-hmm.
is also funny because he's like a bit younger than me by a
Okay.
few
Yep.
years, but like still like he was everywhere. He was on Ellen. He was
Oh, okay. Yeah.
just he was on Step Up 3 actually. Now
Oh,
that I remember, he was
fucking
one of the
way.
little kids. Him and Lil Demon were the two little kids in the Step Up 3 film, the final
Wow.
battle.
That is crazy. So they battled in Step Up, and then they battled in real life too.
Yeah, they battled together, I guess, in Step Up 3,
Yeah.
but in real life, yeah, that
That's
battle got heated, bro.
crazy.
The one on YouTube, it
All
got
right.
very heated, but
I might chuck a clip up here. True.
yeah.
Okay. So, how did you go from basically not knowing anyone to then getting put down in Massive Monkees, which is, would you say they're probably like Washington or Seattle's like most notorious crew by now?
I'd say so.
Hmm.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that happened. So that was very like still mind-boggling to me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sometimes I still like I say this a lot, but like and like it sounds very cliche, but like I still just pinch myself, man. Like
Yeah. True.
to get the opportunity and the trust to not only carry on a legacy but like create a new one as well
Hmm. Hmm.
with the other
Oh, the new
newer
gens.
generation members.
Yep. Who are they, if you
Like
don't mind me asking?
so we have Kulani.
Yep. Kalani's
He's
fucking
also
crazy.
he's mental, bro. Currently he's in Japan, so hopefully he's
Hmm.
doing really good. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah, he's in Japan right now for studying abroad, but
Oh
should
wow,
be back
dude,
soon.
the level up is gonna be crazy, probably.
Yeah, man, he's been leveling up, man. I've been seeing his close friend stories. That
Oh
dude is
damn.
that dude is I don't know what he's eating over there, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He's on one.
Yeah, Kulani, and then we have Noah,
Okay,
which
cool.
is Noah is a very one of the he's been popping off recently locally in our
Yep.
scene. He's been very active. He's very I'd have to say he's a mixture of B-Boy Jaromski
Mm-hmm.
and Bryson, which some of our members.
Okay,
Um,
that's cool.
and
Carrying
then
on that style.
yeah, and then our other members are his B-Boy Gavatron, which happens to be our
Mm-hmm.
youngest member. And then Sean Steady.
Cool.
Um, but he's more like he's like the young gun in our crew as well. He's
Mm-hmm.
new gen, but he's been in the crew for a while, like
Yeah. Okay.
since he was pretty
Since
much
time.
like, yeah, since time. Like he was the first young gun.
Mm.
He was initially the one that put us down and
Ah. Okay.
pretty much named us, and we just got,
Cool.
got the opportunity to grow. We started practicing, and it didn't really feel per se forced. It was like
Mm-mm.
we just got like, personally, like
Mm.
I initially thought I had like not doubts, but it was more like just overthinking it, because I'm like, okay, well,
Mm.
we're getting this opportunity to like get to know each other and stuff, but like,
Mm-mm.
what if what if they're overthinking it, or what if I'm over, like, what if this is like,
Yeah.
what if this goes, what if this isn't like, this will go fine, but it was just like at the time we're like, oh my god, I don't want to mess
What's
this
gonna
up, bro.
happen?
Like,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
So around what year was this?
This was 2022, so not too long ago.
Mm.
This is 3 years ago now.
Okay. Was
Um,
this before or after you battled with Twix?
after.
Yep.
This was after.
True.
Oh, wait, after I battled with Twix? No, this is before I battled with Twix. My bad.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
battled with Twix in 2023.
Yeah. Dude, what was that experience like?
Oh
That
man,
was basically like a pros and protege battle, if I'm not mistaken.
yes,
Yeah.
that was in Philly, 2023. I believe it was Camp USA Cypher. Um, Man, I got the opportunity. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to give it to Kulani at the time, because
Mm.
I think he won. He ended up winning the Red Bull Seattle Cypher, but he couldn't make it to. Actually, I think he did. They basically had to change his location. Like he had to go do a different cipher because he couldn't make it to the one that he was
Oh
supposed to
damn.
go
Okay.
to. But anyways, he was killing it. So in my head, I was like, even though I was like still, popping off too, we ended up
Mm.
battling in the Seattle cipher that year too, in top eight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt like, okay, I'm like, I feel like when it comes to Twix and just like the pros and proteges, I'm like, I thought initially like him and Twix would have been a better mixture,
Mm.
and just like all the other heavy hitters that were being talked about to be there, but everybody was like, nah, bro, you should take this. And then Kulani
Mm.
was like, once Kulani was like, nah, you got to do this, bro. I was like, all right,
No way out of it.
yeah, I was like, let's do this. It's a dope opportunity, and I never. What was dope about that moment in particular is, before that battle, that same month prior,
Mm.
I battled with another OG in my crew, Tim the Pit,
Yep.
in this near the same area where Red Bull was taking place. So I came back to
Wow.
Philly
Yeah.
twice the same month for different jams.
Mm-mm.
Um, but I got to see Flag and connect with him at the time too, though,
Oh, nice. Cool.
which was really dope because he was there for
Yep.
both of the jams. Um, but yeah, man, I think that was like one of my favorite years. 2023,
Yeah.
2022, like
Just
possibly like
for
my top.
battling in general.
Just like, yeah, battling, growing, and like, we didn't mention. Oh, I didn't mention
Mm.
when I exactly got into the community. That was 2016. So
Okay. Yep.
2016, I started going to battles. Before this, I had like a little side quest. This was like my first
Oh
encounter with the community.
shit. All right.
This
Here
was
we go.
two, this was 2014. This was
Yep.
2014. I One of the hip hop dancers that I met from the community center
Mm.
was like a mentor to me at the time,
Yep.
and he was teaching me how to pop. I wasn't
All right.
breaking. I wasn't like 100% b-boy yet,
Yep. Yep.
but I was more like just a freestyler. I could do hang glides, but that's
Yep.
about it. We went to an open styles battle, but they also had a b-boy format. But
Mm.
I had no idea that I would like know anybody there.
Yeah.
Literally like 2 years later. But I did a couple all styles battles.
Oh.
Didn't talk to anybody. Like, it's still on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
which is funny. Like, I sometimes watch it, I'm like, I cringe because like I see a lot of people that I know now, but I
Yeah.
didn't know at the time. And I didn't talk to anybody sadly because I was just a little
Yeah,
14-year
yeah,
old
just
kid at the
shy
time.
as hell. Yeah.
I was hella, yeah, very shy.
Yep.
But like I do recall now meeting a lot of breakers now. I do recall in
They
my
were there.
mind they were there, and
Bro, do they
would
remember
see
you?
like no, because I was like it was very active at the time though.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
what I recall that in at that time I wasn't a part of the community as yet,
Mm.
but it was popping
Oh, okay.
compared to a different time that
Yep.
we'll get into. But
Sure.
2014, when I first like kind of got my first
Mm.
encounter, interaction with the community,
Yep.
it was a
Everything was
lot of
popping.
people. It was everything was
True.
popping,
Yep.
and then fast forward 2016.
Mm.
This is high school.
Yep.
Um, the same guy that I told you that was also in my middle school.
Yep. Yep.
He was inviting me out to a battle that was hosted at the Massive Monkey studio,
Cool.
which
Yep.
happens to be our old studio now because we have
Oh,
a new
okay.
studio.
Cool. Cool.
But that was what I would say oh my God, my apologies. I went to
Mind
a battle
blank.
by myself. Yeah, I went to a battle by myself a month before this. I
Damn.
found
Yeah,
out
you're
about
really in the mix.
yeah, my bad. There's a
No,
lot.
no.
I found out about a dance competition
Yeah,
a
yeah.
month before this, and I went by myself. But he was going there too. But I just decided to go by myself. I entered the one-on-one all styles, but they had a crew-on-crew breaking, right?
Yep.
Um, this is when I first started meeting people, but I was still a little bit shy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
I met one of my influential, like to this day,
Mm-hmm.
one of my top five influences
Mm-hmm.
because he's also my crewmate.
Yep.
But I got to meet a b-boy named B-boy Fishy.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Is he the
who
guy who does like the flip, like the death
yeah,
drop
the
suicide?
crazy, the
Yeah,
Death
yeah.
Rock, the Jeff Hardys, man.
Fucking
Yeah.
mad.
Um, yeah, bro. He was very inspirational
Mm-hmm.
because like one of his main signatures were jackhammers. Just
Mm-hmm.
he was on a Guinness World Record. I
Oh,
believe they
for
have a
most
B girl.
jackhammers.
They have a B girl one, which I believe B girl Solid holds that record. And
That's
then
crazy.
he holds the record for the B-boy, I believe. But yeah, it was so dramatic, bro.
Yeah.
If you search up B-boy Fishy world record, you'll see that they made it so dramatic. He ends up falling, right? And
Okay.
then they do like a huge pause on TV, like, oh, is he like they
Is he
make it
okay?
seem like yeah, is he okay?
Yeah,
Did he
yeah.
fall unconscious or anything? But then he just gets up, and then I ask him about it. He's like, bro, like that was like literally like a split second, but they made it look like I was like on the ground for like 5 minutes, bro.
Does he have
But
like a
yeah,
little like certificate from them, like a little plaque?
yeah.
Bro,
He has
that's
like a yeah in his
up
room.
in his
Yeah,
trophy
it's dope.
cabinet, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So before I was getting into like competing, I did search up B-Boy Fishy because I went to school with his
Mm,
cousin. And then
mm.
I would just fanboy this dude so much. So when I
Yeah,
met
yeah.
him, I was like super intimidated. So I decided to do jackhammers in front of him. And then
Oh.
I don't know why that was smart. I was like, "Hey, look at me. I can do jackhammers." Like, "Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't think twice about this." And then I just overhear
Yeah.
a dude say, "Hey, yo, Fishy, the fuck?" I'm like, you gonna let me?
Get this kid.
So yeah, so
Show him how it's really done.
Fishy just does like a whole like jackhammer, Halo jackhammer, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know if I should say hi to this guy anymore.
Damn.
I don't
Yeah.
interact with this dude at that battle, but I do end up
Yep.
seeing him and his crew, which ends up being one of the crews that I'm currently in present day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
end up seeing them battle for the first time. They had a 1v1 all styles, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did prelims, but I didn't pass. But it was like really dope regardless.
Yep.
But what really caught my eye in that battle,
Mm.
because this was like my first actual battle that I just like witnessed everything and I got to know everybody,
Mm-hmm.
was when once I saw that crew battle, I was like I became like it was crazy because I was already a fan of Fishy, but I became
Mm-hmm.
more of a fan because like I got to see him in person. It
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
like this is like my first time seeing a breaking battle because I didn't get to stay
Mm-hmm.
for the battle. You know, when I was younger,
Yeah, gotta
I
go
would only
home.
do the battle and then I would just go home.
Yep, yep.
But I ended up seeing the breaking format, and then I was like, bro, like I need to like and just like I love breaking. Like
Yep.
I was like popping for a while. I was like
You're
trying to do
converted.
crumping, converting, yeah. But man, like I still love all styles. Like I enter a lot of open styles
Oh, it's
presently.
fun.
Like
Yeah.
it's always like it's always dope because you get to like get out of the box. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it
Get to
really like
dance.
challenges you. But like I say like after that things were very intimidating. 2015, not 2015, 2016,
Mm, mm,
2017, where for me one of the most like intimidating years to be in my scene for me because like
mm.
everybody was like so dope and I'm like everybody's still dope but at the time obviously I was at a different level and I was
Mm-hmm.
like trying to prove a point, you know, like that was
Okay.
my
Yep.
goal to I was like the underdog.
Yeah.
But
Trying to get
also we
recognized.
had like yeah, we had like other cats in my generation, but
Mm-hmm.
also sadly I don't know what happened
Mm-hmm.
before the Pacific Northwest wise, like Seattle. We had like a batch of new gens. We had like a really good batch
Okay.
of
Like
next
people
gen
that were sort of
breakers.
around the same age as you.
Yeah. And we also had like something from Massive Monkeys called Massive Break Challenge, which was
Oh, okay.
basically like a series that they would host at the studio, which was mini battles where they would
That's
put
fun.
pair you up against the breakers that are that same level with you,
Oh,
and
okay.
then you guys would end up qualifying later on. It would be
Yep.
exhibitions.
Yep.
It would be exhibitions, and then later on they would make qualifiers. So you have to win a particular battle to get onto the main stage, and then they would have the main battles like at a festival
Oh, okay.
near the Space Needle, like
Yep.
in the center of the city, right?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and you would just win a medal. You would
Yeah.
win like they had a lot of challenges. They had like
Yeah.
special
So it sounds like a
like
really good sort of excuse for new gen to like really train for something and like really
yes, it
get their
was basically
experience.
like prepping before actually stepping into like the community and like battling. Um,
Wait,
but
before
like
I forget, how did you even get the name Kid Guppy, anyways?
my friends back in like high school, a couple of my friends would like call me Guppy because like they would see me kind of glazing fishy a lot, and they're like, I'm like, you man's like, yo, you just yeah. Not
Okay.
to
Okay. Cool.
mention,
That's what I wanted to
not
know.
to
Yeah.
not to mention, I would bite this dude hard,
Oh. Okay.
like jackhammer,
Yep.
every
Yep.
not even like the move itself, but how he would do it. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like, but even
Okay.
like
Yep.
even my crewmates would call me a biter and stuff like that. I was just like,
True.
damn.
Okay. Wait. So going back to Seattle and like this Massive Monkeys challenge.
Yeah, so this was primarily what got me prepping, even though I was already battling,
Yep.
um, like, and locally and stuff.
Cool.
I was pretty young still, so I was in high school and I was like the only kid kind of representing my part, like my area.
Yeah. Of town.
Um, yeah, until like a few years after, some other younger homies of mine that looked up to me in like in school and stuff like that started getting into dancing, and then I would bring them along.
Oh,
I
cool.
would I would take the train at the time to Seattle because it would be like a 30 minute drive, but it would be
Yep.
also like a 30 minute for the
The
train.
train.
But yeah, for Massive Break Challenge, that thing was been like going on before. Like I think
Before
it
you were
it
around.
had like a really good history, like like generations before mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but
You.
at the time, it was like honestly peak. I feel like after like a few years after I
Yep.
started coming along, it started kind of fading because a lot of the generations started like, it was a lot of
Yeah.
younger kids.
Yep. Yep.
So it started being more like helping more of the younger kids in a way and stuff
Yep.
like that. Competitively wise, like everybody was just getting older. People were graduating, so
Yeah.
like
Yep. Life takes over.
yeah. And then a lot of the new generation that was in my generation started like started getting into other stuff and like kind of just faded away. Like if I'm being honest, there's like only like a few percentage
Yeah.
of like the
I was
cats
gonna
that are
ask,
like
are you like the last man standing, or there's a?
nah.
That's good.
So I would consider Kulani. I would consider Kulani a part of like
Mm,
my
that generation.
generation because we were like in the same time frame.
Mm,
Um, we have like just a few, but like
mm, mm,
it's not a lot per se.
mm,
Like
mm.
we have a lot of older breakers that are active though, like
Yep.
and really dope. We have a lot of crews. What I really like about just like my area is
Mm,
like
mm.
Canada's always coming through because
That's good.
Vancouver's
Yeah, yeah.
right
Right up
up
there.
right up the street,
Mm,
man.
mm.
And then on the other side we have Portland, we
Yep.
have PDX, and you know they always come down. But like
Yeah.
they have, you know, like I don't know, it's hard to explain with like
Mm,
my age because we do have like a variety, but it's
mm,
not like I don't know if I could compare it to like other
mm, mm.
places in the US, you know? But we're still going strong. Like
Yeah, yeah,
what I
yeah. Like
really
you're still
like
holding
is
it
like
down.
I've been training in my house as of late.
You've been in the
Um
lab.
yeah, I've been just like I like to train with my crew, but as of
Yep.
late, because I live a little further,
Mm,
I live
mm,
a little further away from my other crewmates.
mm, mm.
I train just at home, but man, like I've been seeing a lot of people from my scene just like level up
That's good.
and just
Yep.
like I don't believe in like getting like what's it called
Mm,
envy, like just
mm.
you know getting
Jealousy.
like jealousy. Like if
Mm, mm,
anything, I get hungry because I want to like catch
mm, mm.
up,
Yep.
but more like, but I'm like more like encouraged and like inspired because it's like it's my own scene. I want my own scene to flourish. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, to
like
thrive.
a
Mm,
lot of yeah, like a lot of these breakers, I can't wait for them to like pop out of
mm,
state or
mm,
out of the country because they're leveling. There's a lot of them that are like leveling up like just not to say finally leveling up, but
mm,
like
mm,
something like kicking in. You know what I'm
mm, mm.
saying? Like they're like found something as of
Cool.
late. But yeah, my community's doing good. But back to the massive break, yeah, I'd say massive break challenge. When I first
Mm, mm.
started, it was very influential. I got to battle Kulani the first year, and I was like, why am I getting paired with Kulani? Like,
Yeah. Okay.
dude was nasty even before,
Yeah.
bro. I
Even
was
back
like, dude
then.
had 90s and 2000s. I
Word.
was like, but we ended up battling, and yeah, we ever since then, me and Kulani got very close. I just have to say, like, Kulani is like
Hmm.
one of the breakers. Like I like
Hmm.
look at him like he's like one of them. Like he's in two crews. He's in we're in two crews of the same. We're in
Hmm.
Massive Monkees crew,
And the
and
other
we're also in
crews.
we're also in another crew called Misfits.
Hmm.
Um, and we were in that crew before Massive
Hmm.
Monkees.
Hmm.
Um,
Came as a package
so
deal.
pretty much. Um, but yeah, I met Kulani through a lot of those members in
Hmm.
that crew. He was a very small kid, and I just didn't know what to say. But we started like chit chatting, and you know, we started like practicing together. And
Word.
bro's been a very
Been
big
hungry.
influence. Like, yeah, he's super hungry, man.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
proud of him. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like Seattle has sort of always had like something cool going on. I mean, to me, it
Yeah.
looks like Massive Monkeys Day is like the Seattle event. But there was
Yeah.
also, I guess,
Yeah.
like Lords of the Floor a couple of years ago as well. But
Yeah. Lords of the
yeah,
Floor is gonna be like every 20 years, I'm assuming.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So how was Massive Monkeys Day this year? Looked like you were MCing.
Um.
Like your first time
Yeah. Yeah. It
MCing.
was. Yeah. It was. I've been emceeing for I think for a whole year now, or
Mm-hmm.
like you know, been doing a lot of stuff. Been getting hit up by my other homies that
Yep.
host their events. Just been getting trying to get opportunities because I just love being on the mic and a lot
Love
of
talking
people.
shit.
Yeah,
Haha.
yeah. I try to be more careful. But yeah, you know, I feel like it's just like I just love just showing my character. Just
Cool.
I
Yeah.
love battling, you know, like which is another reason why I have the meme page. But like
Mm-hmm.
I just love doing other stuff aside from just being a
Yep.
competitor, you know, like
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
just being on the mic. What I really like, just the small
Mm.
details that MCs know. Like
Mm.
we aren't gonna know all the, especially like for example, Legit Blast. You know, I would assume like it's very hard to know who's who. You know what I'm saying? But like
Mm-hmm.
it's really dope. Like if you go to local battles and you're like
Yep.
the MC, the MC not only calls you by your name, but he's like he
He
says your
knows your
cruise.
story.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like MCs like I'm not saying that they don't know, but sometimes they
Mm-mm.
just don't like
Yeah. Yep.
they just don't bother. They're
But
more like
you're that
concentrated on
guy.
the they're concentrated on
Yep.
the crowd, and I'm like I'd prefer doing both. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
we
yeah.
got
You know
this
what's
and
up. You know his
this.
story. You know his brother. You know his uncle. I get
Yeah.
it, dude. Hell yeah. Actually, yeah. So going from MCing to the meme page. Tell me about that. Is there anything that sort of inspired you to start making memes? Like, you're always
Um.
into breaking memes. When did this sort of page even start?
Yeah, I got into memeing before, way years before, because I would, to keep it short, I
Mm-hmm.
would basically, it all started because I would make fun of my crewmate Fishy.
Oh
Um,
damn, the same guy that you
yeah,
fanboying over.
yeah,
That's crazy.
I would roast him with just photoshopping memes and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, um, kind of forgot what, but it was just basically like just memes of like him throwing his body. I would Photoshop his body into like movie images and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So I've been doing like funny content for a minute. Like I have a
Mm-hmm.
TikTok as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Um, I have a TikTok. I don't post as much, but like I just love gaming as well.
Mm-hmm.
I initially started doing like gaming content, but I also did like skits.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
Um, yeah, my original Facebook is deleted, but I had my
Mm.
original Facebook where I had a few viral videos because
Damn. Yeah.
I just did like
Were they like
non-dancing
lifestyle?
related.
Yeah, lifestyle
It
skits.
was yeah, it was non-dance related. It was more like yeah, just like comedy skits. So
True.
I've always had like an intrigue for
Mm.
like just
You got that
content
dog in
creating and
you.
just like yeah, I guess so. Um, but like
Yeah, cool.
I also have like a lot of other hobbies that influence me. Like
Mm-mm.
as of late, before the meme page, what I would say was a big influence were like other things that I'm into, like
Yeah.
Formula One. Like I
Oh,
really
no
love
way.
Formula One. Yeah.
Dude.
I got into Formula One during COVID. So Drive to Survive was like
No way.
my
That was
gate
your COVID
my
binge.
yeah, that was my COVID binge, but then I started doing actual research, and then
Mm-mm.
I started like actually liking a lot of the drivers. Piastri's one of them, present day, but like
Mm-mm.
Pierre Gasly, like
Oh,
a lot
damn.
of the races, but like started following like a lot of the
Okay.
socials on Instagram, and then I'm also a really big fan of like wrestling, but like the common thread
Mm.
that I see
Mm-hmm.
with
All these.
breaking the common thread that I see with breaking Formula One and WWE, the niche
Yes, tell me about it.
is they all have like memes, like they all have like
Okay, yeah.
some sort of some
Yeah,
sort of
running
like you go on
gags.
yeah
Mm.
running gags. You always see videos of like if some like funny ass shit happens
Yeah,
in
yep.
like Formula One or wrestling,
Yep.
they make it into a meme.
Yeah,
And
yep.
for me, I was like, man, like I feel like we don't necessarily have that. Like we have floor slap, we have
Mm.
like, we had like Strife TV at the time, like back
Yeah,
then, but
yep.
they're, it's like kind of like
Doing their own
faded and
thing.
it's dance now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I was just like, man, I feel like we need that. But that wasn't even like
Mm.
what got me into making the meme. Initially, I created the page to be a spam account, and
Mm. Mm.
it was just going to be a private account.
Yeah. Post like your
It
practice
was
clips
going,
on there and stuff.
no, it was gonna be for memes, but it was gonna
Yeah.
be private. It was gonna
Oh.
be, and it was gonna be. I just was at the time I was very scared because I'm like, I don't know if I want
Dude, I
to.
mean, were you expecting any of your stuff to like be as popular as it was?
No,
Yeah.
nah. It was more like I just want to like. At first I was like, man, I just find this funny as hell, and then other
Yeah, yeah.
people were like, this shit is funny, dude. And I don't know that it's like kind of blurry
Mm-hmm.
how the process started because like
Mm-hmm.
how I went from one video to another.
Mm-hmm.
But I think initially I changed the trajectory of my meme page because when I first started it, I put on my bio, I will be posting random memes without caption, like without anything.
Mm-hmm.
It will just be images,
Yep.
and it's up to your guys' imagination to
Yeah.
describe like.
Oh, okay. I see, I see.
So it was that at first, but then I changed it up, and then I started adding captions.
Mm-hmm.
Started tagging the people that I was memeing
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
was like, I might as well. And then people were questioning it a little bit, but then I started growing. Lord of the
Mm.
Floor that's when Lords of the Floor came around.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 400 followers,
Real.
and
Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like Lords of the Floor had like a really big impact. Um, because I started like doing a lot of content at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, I'd have to say last year was like the year that I initially started the page, and just stuff started blowing up. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did started posting controversial stuff. Like I didn't have
Well,
like a
yeah.
like I didn't have like an objective for the meme page. I didn't know if
Yep.
it was a meme page. I would say it was more
Didn't know
like
what to
just
do.
a
Yeah.
shit talk page, like a shit post page, or like
Yeah.
whatever they
Yeah.
call it. Um
What were some of those more maybe controversial, or what were some of your more talked about memes at the time? Do you want to shout out some
probably
of your memes, your creations?
probably the Olympic judges.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Probably the one where I'm like editing, because when I saw the judges, like
Mm.
I was like, oh, this is so odd, because like I barely know some of these guys,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
don't want to be, but I also don't want to talk shit because I don't know them.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, how about I'ma just let out my opinion, because I'm gonna just meme it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then those reactions were how I felt personally, but I
Yeah.
was like, but I posted it because I wanted to know what other people thought
Yeah. I
about
think
like the judges.
most. Yeah.
And I was kind of not
Mm.
scared, but I was like, man, I feel like
I feel
this
like you're
could
being
just
watched.
be like, not that, but more
Bojan's
like,
gonna come out of the
who's
wall
running
and
this page?
like
Yeah, like who's running
slit your
this page,
neck.
bro? Like, and then
True.
I was
True.
working. I posted it before I started working because I work overnight. I work all night. So
Mm.
I got on my phone, and then I started like noticing like a lot of b-boys sharing it,
Yeah. Yep.
commenting, and then going back and forth. Like I didn't realize there was like b-boys debating. Like there were
About
some
your
b-boys that
memes.
were
Yeah.
like, yeah, there were some breakers like talking about the judges in particular.
Yeah.
They were
Yep.
like, I don't know some of these judges. Like some of them were like
Did
agreeing, and then other breakers were like,
any of the judges like come across that meme or like?
they were laughing, bro. Like they didn't.
Mm,
They were like, there's no hard feelings. Like it's just funny, and that's what
true.
I enjoy. Like that's what I appreciate. It's like it's not like in the end of the day, it's just breakdancing.
Yep.
Like it's like I'm not really like what you call it. I'm not
You're not
really
God.
targeting. Like I'm not, yeah. But yeah,
Mm,
like for the most part, I always let it clear that I'm like I post, but I also like if anybody has genuinely a problem
mm, mm.
and they want me to remove something that's about them, I will remove it,
Yep. Yep.
because like it's just I'm not trying to also start any conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Um which is kind of hypocritical of me, because sometimes I end up calling people out
Yeah. Yeah.
for just, but that's kind of different because that kind of relates to other stuff. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, like
Um,
you're a member of the community, so you try to like look out for people while also sort of like saying your
yeah, I
opinion.
just yeah. There's like a lot of I feel
Mm,
like breaking has a loophole.
sure.
Um, we have a
How's
lot
that?
of loopholes in breaking. One of them has to be biting, which is
Mm,
something I've been talking to one of my crewmates about, just
yeah.
about like how biting is kind of not, I would say, an infinite loophole, because wherever you go, there's like
Mm,
so many breakers that have so many different opinions on
mm,
biting. And you
yep.
either hear none of it is original, this has been done
Mm-hmm.
since ancient times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other people will be like, oh, it depends on how you do it.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
like your own steez, your own
Mm-mm.
style. Other people will just be like,
Mm-mm.
like what I'm saying, etc. But I feel like just breaking is just has loopholes. Like not only that, but just like memes. I can just make memes right now. Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
like having crew members. Like we all know, like we have that one crew member that doesn't at least fuck with one of your homies. Like there's at least some level of shade in some breakers, because like I always feel like we all keep it love and everything, but sometimes there's always like a little animosity and a little
Mm,
like
deep down inside.
that, yeah, that's what I've noticed. Like we're always, you know,
Mm,
like I'm not saying like people are keeping it fake or like none of it is like genuine,
mm,
but it's more like I would love to see people like, you know, I feel like it's endless. Like you can, people are gonna like talk crap during a battle, right? But then people might not take it like you are. Let's say like you're talking crap to someone in a battle, and then after
Yep.
the battle, they're like, peace
Dap
and
you up.
love. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's like an infinite loophole because like you can debate on whether
Yeah, whether
that's
it's
like
real, whether it's not. Yeah.
if it's real, if it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like it's an interesting topic, like for just other loopholes in breaking because like I'm like, man, we're all just breakdancers. Like we're all just spinning on our heads. We're all just like doing all this. But like there's so much
Yeah, so
layers.
much discussion about these trivial things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious to know what is what are your like signature Not Kid Guppy memes? Like what's your Mount Rushmore of memes? If you would tell me about your favorite memes that you posted,
Well,
because I want to
that's
deep dive
hard,
into
bro.
yeah. What's your
It's hard.
signature
I'd say
Not Kid
like
Guppy memes?
one of my favorite ones has to be the gravity one, dude. The
Okay,
gravity one
with the
where the one where it has the controller option to say punch or not punch, and then it shows like past footage of him like actually
yeah
like
punching that guy in New
crashing
York.
out.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. Man, I have too many. I have the one of Victor
Yep.
where Victor poses like this at the Olympics, and then he turns into Goku. Um,
Yeah.
and then man, there's too many, bro. I
Yeah.
honestly like.
Interesting.
There's the Kurt Cobain,
Yep.
Mad Max, Kurt
Oh yeah.
Cobain.
Yep.
There's the infamous B-boy Quake, rolling
Oh,
weed,
rolling the giant. Yep.
roll,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then yeah,
True.
and then yeah. There's just so many, man. But
Yeah. How does
they're
it
just like
feel to have like people like I'm assuming people send you like videos and stuff
I
to be on your like people
genuinely.
trying to get featured on Not Kid Guppy now.
Yeah. I should like kind of clear it up a bit more. I should probably like post it as well because I love people submitting videos, but I want to say like I don't want them to send me their edited videos.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I want to like if someone ends up like this is the thing. I was watching the Legit Blast this weekend, bro. How many battles are those
Yeah.
in total? That's okay, like 32 for
Yeah.
breakers for the B boys, 32 for the B
Big
girls,
girls. Yep.
plus top 16s, plus top 8s. So
Plus
I have like
kids. Plus crews.
and I'm like
Plus yeah.
I'm trying to
Yep.
watch all these battles, trying to like see what I can like kind
Make
of like,
content of.
yes,
Yeah.
everything in the background, and then
Yep.
sometimes I get messages like, "Hey, I'm surprised you haven't done this." I'm like,
Bro.
it's not that it's just I haven't seen
Yeah,
it,
I
bro.
haven't seen
Like
it yet. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like at work, like it hasn't become like something that feels like a job per se. There's like there's a reason like as of late I haven't been as active as I was last year. Um a reason because is a reason I personally feel like is I would post like my earlier memes.
Yep.
They were a lot of throwbacks, and I feel
Yep.
like I've gone through so much of history's like funny moments that I've could capture that
Yep.
like I'm not running out of content, but I'm like I have to wait for things to happen in battles
Yep. Yeah,
in
for
order for
sure.
me like
To
just
make
like
something.
the latest stuff because I kind of already did a lot of throwbacks, a lot of
Yep.
like stuff that happened, you know,
10,
past
12
and
years
stuff like
ago.
that. So like, as of late I've been just like kind of training more, trying to like just like I said,
That's
MCing
good.
and
Yeah.
like other stuff.
Yep.
Um
Has
not gonna
it?
lie, like
Yeah.
I started posting a little bit more as of late, like this past week. And I thought I'm like, man, maybe I fell off a little. And then like I just see a lot of people like I was talking to one of my friends and
Yeah.
my friends made a really good point that I didn't think about because he was like, well, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of assuming like the more I don't post, the more like Instagram might just like
Shadow
kind of
ban you.
slowly, yeah, shadow ban me or like, because they do that a lot. And my friend was like, yeah, but I feel like for the breaking niche, like there's not a lot of people making memes. There's people reposting them and like there's people like taking your videos, but like
Yeah. Posting
there's
on
no one
stories.
creating like new content and stuff like that for people to. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. And they're like, I feel like you've created a niche of it's like not like
Yeah. Yeah. Do,
so I was like, yeah.
yeah, like who's in your DMs, man? Because I feel like everyone is is on you? Like I see Menos commenting on your videos. I see
Yeah,
like
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like
Phil
the little
Wizards commenting on
kid,
your stuff.
the
Yeah.
little kid in me, the little kid in me wants to like fanboy and be like, "Yo, bro, I'm a big fan." Cause I get Menno. Menno's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, can I?" And I did that with Menno. To be honest, I'm like, "Hey, man, I want to be like weird," cause he was like interacting with me at the time,
Yeah,
cause
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
doing memes, and I'm like, "Hey, man, like I'm a big fan. I hope like one day, like I know your crew, like I know your crew already went to Massive and they won Massive a couple years back,
Yeah,
but I
yep.
would love, hopefully you can come like one
Here.
of these
Yeah, yeah,
years."
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, there's just like a lot of b-boys, Flea Rock too.
Mm-mm.
Um, Flea Rock actually came to Massive, so he recognized me. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was like it was dope, and not to mention the kids too, man. The
Yeah, yeah.
kid parts was like it's it like makes me kind of emotional because I'm like, man, I got
Mm-mm.
like a lot of kids. Like during
Mm-mm.
during Massive Monkeys Day this year,
Yeah, yeah.
we had like a youth event
Yep, yep.
that was like taking place, and I was walking around, and all I could hear the kids were like whispering, "Not Kid Guppy," but then like they would turn around. But when I would see them, I'm like, who's
Yeah,
saying
bro.
that? I'm like,
Yeah, that must have been
"That's
weird
weird."
going back to like practice and going to events and stuff and just seeing like everyone talking about your memes. Like,
Yeah,
yo, bro, I
man.
saw your
When like
meme. Yeah.
even the dads and the moms, bro, like the parents of those kids, like they follow the page too, and I'm
Damn.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
bro, like, because like sometimes I feel like, man, maybe I should slow it down a little, because like I'm
Mm-mm.
becoming like I got a lot of like youth, like a lot of
Mm-mm.
kids, but I'm like, you got to remember, like,
Mm-mm.
I don't have no warning, so I'm like, the parents should know. The parents should know. They're
Yeah,
following the
yeah.
page. But yeah,
True.
but I appreciate
When's
it. It's
yeah, bro, when's the first sponsored Not Kid Guppy post? When's the first Not Kid Guppy brand deal?
I don't know, man. Uh, I'm not sure. I kind
Do
of
you
want to
yeah.
do other stuff though. I really
Mm-mm.
want to do more. There was Now that you mentioned some of my favorite memes, one of
Mm-mm.
my favorite memes was probably the Lilu one, when he's
Mm.
like telling his story about how he never gave back the Red Bull belt that he
Oh
was
yep.
supposed to bring back.
Mm-mm.
I think that was one of my favorites because like it wasn't that meme wasn't supposed to be made. Like
Mm-mm.
it was basically like I don't know what happened, but like Lilu was basically he was like, hey, he was laughing and he was sending me
Mm-mm.
voice messages. He was like, "Hey, do you know why they're do you
Yep.
know why they didn't have Oh, it was because I was asking the community why they didn't have any Red Bull belts
Oh.
during I think some of the years. I was
Yep,
like,
yep.
why is it only trophies?"
Yep.
And then Lilu replied, he was like, "Would you like to know why they didn't
Oh.
have belts after me?"
Yep.
And I was like, okay. And then he sent me the voicemail saying the reason that they didn't have belts after him was
Mm.
because he was supposed to give back that belt so they can compete for it the
Mm-mm.
year after,
Yep.
but he took it. So I used that, and in my head, I was just like thinking about like the meme. I was like,
Mm.
I need to turn this into like a story time meme and just add like
Mm-mm.
videos and then just add like,
Yeah, make it a story.
pictures and everything.
Mm.
And then what I've been just wondering, like what I've been thinking about like this
Mm.
past year is I'm like, man, it would be really dope. It's a lot of work, but it would be really
Mm-mm.
dope to like hit up breakers and
Mm-mm.
like let them share some of their funny moments, and then I can just like
Mm-mm.
turn it into a meme,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Mm.
just like send me a voice message, some of their favorite memories. Like I'm sure a lot of breakers
Dude.
have like a
A
lot
lot
of
of
crew
stories
memories,
for
but
you?
like
Yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, there's a lot of breakers, dude, but like
Mm-mm.
they're like genuinely like really really nice people, man. Like they be like, "Yo, man, keep up the page. Like
Mm-mm.
you're doing a lot for the community." There's a lot of people that like just need to
Yeah, yeah.
just like, and
Need to be
sometimes I
entertained.
don't think that
Mm.
much sometimes I don't think that much like about it.
Mm-mm.
Like I just, I'm just like, yeah, it's just a page. But then there's like people that are like, yeah, man, like they're a big influence like with
Mm-mm.
like just like even talking about like specific stuff that people don't genuinely want to talk about, or
Mm-mm.
like politics wise, or like
Mm-mm.
you know kind of like, for example, your video about how breakers are kind of looking kind of similar nowadays, and like
Oh yeah,
especially
the
like in
originality one. Yeah. I mean, you made a
yeah,
meme
yeah,
about that too.
like I make memes
Yeah, yeah.
about that same topic, and like that's why I enjoy that video itself. It's like
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like things that people are aware about, but they're not like
Yeah,
pointing it
it's
out.
not
They're
really
just
like
like,
it's not really gone deep into. Like people know,
yeah.
but I guess like no one's really gone really deep
I
into it.
feel like I feel like people will definitely look back at it,
Mm.
and they won't I won't say they will make fun of it, but they'll be like, yeah, I remember that one time where like everybody was dancing like this, everybody was flowing like this.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, like I always like see it and I'm like, I'm like, I feel like it's like just the future, man. Like I think of when I see that type of style, I'd be like thinking about Migas and everybody. I'm like, I feel like it's bound to happen. Like I know it's a lot, like it's oversaturated, but like there's particularly some dancers that can crack the code and look slightly different
Yeah, they
while
can
doing that.
flip it.
But like, but man, it's like it makes me think so much about breaking, about like how much breaking has evolved, and like how we can like how can we like eventually like just keep going, because like they say breaking is infinite, and like it is. It just like it's getting harder though at the same time, because
Yeah,
like you already
yeah.
have so many things. It's like kind of similar to skating, like how further can you really go? We got people doing like crazy double air flares,
Yeah,
double
yeah.
air track. I'm
Yeah,
like,
one-handed.
yeah.
I gotta know. Speaking on biting originality, what grinds your gears?
Oh,
Oh, and
I
also
think
before that, actually, I gotta ask as well. Has no one like called you out because of your meme page? Like, has it not happened at practice? Like, you pull up to
like
practice and
in a battle, no. Like calling
really?
out cipher wise, like no. I mean, like I wouldn't like if anybody sees this and like would want to, like I wouldn't like not do it. Like a call out as a call out. I feel like it's one of those things where if you're gonna call me out for a meme and it's not like really that deep, I feel like that's already a meme in itself. Like
True,
that's you're
true.
already creating a meme for me.
That's
Like,
funny.
I'll battle you,
Yeah,
but
bro,
then
you
I'm
like
like, oh
training. Yeah, show these
yeah.
guys that that you're about
But
it.
it's all peace and love for me at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day. Like I create content because it is like if it's I say this is the thing, like it still blows my mind that I still get like the views and the likes and the
Mm-hmm.
shares, but I'm like I'm getting that for a reason, and it's because it's funny and it's also because like it's real. A lot of people are like, yeah, man, like a lot of this stuff is like super like obvious in our community, but
Mm-hmm.
like like there's no one pointing it out, like I said
Mm-hmm.
before, and like
Yep.
it's refreshing, like especially like just like stuff like when I was pointing out the legit blast situation
Yeah.
where there was like they were doing the B girl side and the B-boy side.
Oh yeah,
Again,
yeah, yeah. Two battles back to
I don't
back. Yeah.
I don't run the legit blast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm broke. I got no money. I don't run anything, but like I would rather make sure
Mm.
and focus on safety rather than risking someone
Mm-hmm.
getting a concussion, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's pretty dangerous. But like I said, like it's a very serious topic, but I
Mm-hmm.
can post it on the meme page and just, kind of make
Mm.
it humorous and
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
hey, why is
Why is it like
what am I
this?
watching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then people will have like the discussion in your
A lot of
comments.
the breakers that were competing at the
Mm-hmm.
legit blast, not gonna name names, but some of them were like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Interesting.
man.
Cool. So I think we're almost past an hour, so I might let you go. Obviously, Mans is at work, working overnight.
Yeah.
What do you do for work, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I work at the children's hospital, so I just make sure everything is clean and set up
Yep,
before
yep.
they do surgery and stuff. But today's been pretty chill, so that's why I had
Cool.
the time to do this.
Is that where you make most of your memes too?
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, it's
That's
pretty
mad.
chill out here. It's no one's. I be up in the dawn, so that's why
Yep.
sometimes I end up posting like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Probably perfect for
but
your European fans.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
because like I noticed that I have, more of a European side as well. So I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
think the algorithm pushes the video if I push it like
Yeah, yeah.
towards the middle of
Yep.
the night.
For sure. Cool. So before I let you go, there's a couple questions I want to ask you while we wrap up
Sounds good.
here. First one, we talking about kids a lot. Kids obviously seeing your page. What's your advice for the kids, and what would be your advice that you maybe would have given to yourself when you first started in 2014?
Damn. Uh, not to force it.
Mm.
I feel like there's a lot of like the young mentality, or like, I feel like you start to dry out sometimes, or like start to get like burnt down
Mm-hmm.
the older you get, because you're getting better, but you're also like, your mentality changes, I feel like. And there's like, for me, I believe in something called breaking puberty, because like
Okay.
there's a certain point where like you get older, but you're breaking, it's also looking older, like looks more
Mm.
polished and everything, you know what I'm
Developed.
saying? But
Mm.
like, one thing I would say is like, for the kids, it just be like, don't forget why you started.
Mm-mm.
That would, as basic as that sounds,
Yeah. Yep.
just don't forget why you're breaking, why you started breaking. If you ever feel like, you're getting burnt, or you're
Mm.
like unmotivated, um, or like when it comes to seriousness, like,
Mm.
that's the reason I have this page, is like it's
Mm.
just breaking,
Mm-mm.
it's just breakdancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
Word.
not
Word.
always
Word.
gonna doesn't always have to be
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah. Okay. To follow up to that, Jesus, what are your hopes for the scene?
Worldwide or
Hmm.
locally?
Both. Why not?
Both. Um,
What do you want to see more of?
More opportunity, man.
Hmm.
Hopefully we like more opportunity for like just newer names. Like, I feel like we're getting opportunities for sure with like, obviously last year with the Olympics, and not only
Hmm.
that, but just other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like we have way more to show. Like, there's
Hmm.
other breakers around, but I feel like, not to say politics is stopping anything, right? But like, man, there's so many breakers that could potentially get invited,
Hmm.
that maybe aren't financially stable, or financially like they can't
Hmm.
just they can't go somewhere.
Hmm.
We're just like, yeah, I just hope that we can manage to get more opportunity that doesn't end up being I mean, I feel like political is gonna be endless, if I'm being honest, when it
Hmm.
comes to breaking. I feel like everybody's gonna have different takes, but
Hmm.
I just hope for more opportunity,
Hmm.
whatever that could be. Like,
Hmm.
just more opportunity means just longevity for breaking, and
Hmm.
you know. But right now, I feel like we're doing good. I feel like,
Hmm.
after that whole fiasco with the whole Reagan stuff, like,
Hmm. Trying to recover.
you know, yeah,
Here in Australia, definitely trying to make amends for sure.
yeah, man, freaking Jeff did good, bro. What's his name?
Hmm.
He was battling for Australia. Um, what's his name, bro? He was in the
Where?
Olympics.
J Attack?
With ray gun, J
Yeah, yeah,
Attack,
yeah, yep.
super nasty, bro.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him, like, cause like I was we're in the same group chat.
Oh, okay.
There was a H crew. We have
Hmm.
basically a worldwide crew
Oh.
with the Hawaii kids, and we
Oh,
call it H
okay.
crew. I
I've
was
heard,
making a
I've
ray
heard.
gun. I was making a ray gun meme,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I posted it. I didn't realize that J Attack was like kind
He
of
was in the
sad.
chat.
I didn't realize that he was kind of sad already. So I made a
Right.
ray gun meme. Everybody was laughing. J Attack's mom was
In
on
the
his
chat?
account. He's like,
Oh,
yeah. So basically, J Attack wasn't really on his phone due to
yep.
the ray gun situation. So
Mm-mm.
he was taking a
Yeah,
break,
yeah, for sure.
and the person that was taking over J Attack's account was J Attack's mom at
Hmm.
the time. So I posted the ray gun meme, and then I
Oh,
said,
and his
"Hey
mom
guys,
sees
hey guys,
it?
hey guys." I said, "Hey guys, should I post it?" And then after that, J Attack's mom's like, "Hey guys, J Attack will be taking a break." I felt like a dick, bro. I felt like
Oh, man.
I was like,
Dude,
yeah, man,
that's
it
that's
was,
hilarious.
yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
no, that dude is super nice, bro.
Word,
That dude
word.
is super nice. Follows the meme page as well,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Any last shout outs?
Man, shout out to you, bro.
Thanks, dude.
For having the time.
Right. Is
It's a
this
pleasure.
your
Dope. I've seen a lot of your videos, so
is this your
it's dope,
first
man.
interview?
Just interview like this.
Yeah.
Yes, I had like an interview in a podcast a couple months back.
Mm.
Um, but that's
True. Yeah.
besides.
I just wanted to show the people the man behind the magic. To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's just me.
Yeah.
Um, eventually I do want to like, I don't want to sell merch. I
Mm.
kind of want to give out some custom T-shirts that I'm waiting to make.
Oh,
basically just like white or cream T-shirts with my logo, but I don't want to sell them. I want to kind of do like a small giveaway and then just
mad. All right. Any
But,
other shout outs?
Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to the community and everybody supporting the page. Shout out to all 3 of my crews and
cool. By the way, are you going to the Red Bull event next week?
No. What is that?
Red Bull Ligma?
Bruh. Nah, dog. Nah.
Oh, fuck.